Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker on this Wednesday in the month of April. I'm so excited to hear what you got to say because last Wednesday was phenomenal. Without further ado, everybody, let's give a warm welcome to none other than Regional Vice President, Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So again, I do want to thank you again, Mr. Thomas, for having this phenomenal call and just always being a motivational individual that people can look after because once I get to your age, I'm going to be doing the same things. You was one of those individuals that I've seen in the book and in the ACN success story. And I remember watching that video. I'm like, man, that's going to be me when I get a little more seasoned. I want to be, just enjoying life to the fullest, always happy, always, sharing different things. Just think about it. Mr. Thomas don't have to do what he's doing, but he still does it for a reason because he actually cared. And that's why he's been able to put together these calls for you guys so that he can have other individuals like myself get on a call and basically share our story and the things that we've been through to be able to help you get to the next level. Because what I learned about this ACN opportunity, and real briefly for the people who don't know who I am, if they're brand new, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I got started in this ACN opportunity almost 12, it's going on 13 years. And when I seen this opportunity, I was a college kid working at Applebee's, no business background, was just hungry for opportunity, never heard about residual income, network marketing. It was just brand new. But what I understood was that I went to an event and I saw that an individual that became senior vice president was now he used to work at my elementary school. And I just remembered hearing the name. And I said, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it. But then his wife also grew up in the same neighborhood that I grew up in, which is Miss Chanel Burt and Mr. Aaron Burt. And by them growing up in the same area and working in the same area, I said, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it too. So I got started on the spot. And then from there, what I understood was that the ACN business is very simple. It just comes down to doing simple things over and over and over and over. And you just do it to the point where it's only a matter of time before you're going to become successful. The difference is that the person that stick to it, the person that never quit, the person that continue to keep going is always the person that win. So today, I put together some things where you can implement into your business if you plan on having a business and this is something that's consistent, something that you have to do once a week. So if you're taking notes, I want you to write down, start with recognition. So, number one, when you're doing a weekly call for your team, meaning that once a week, you want to find a time where you can get on a call with you and your team once a week. At least once a week. It could be Monday morning if you want to start the week off. Some people do. My business partner, she does I think 9 a.m. coffee with the team. Just find creative ways to just get people on a call to be able to get them consistently. Because if you don't know what's going on in your business consistently on a weekly basis, then you really don't have a business. So when you have this call with your team, number one, start with recognition and wins. So the first 5 minutes when you have that call, you want to shout out the top performers. You want to talk about the new people that signed up this week. Congratulate them. Just like Mr. Thomas doing a call. He does the same thing that I'm talking about. So clearly it works. So again, you want to shout out those top performers, those new sign up, and anyone who has some type of progress. That's people that got 10 new points, 20, 30, 40, because you got to look at this like this. Recognition is everything. Even if a person got 3 new services that week, make it a big deal. Because guess what? Most people never been recognized for their hard work. So by them being recognized for the work that they're doing, guess what? They're going to want to do more work. Just think about it. When you're recognized for doing something, don't you just want to do more of it? But just imagine doing something and you're like, nobody never say thank me. So again, it's the same way. So people want to be recognized. Number two, you want to share a personal story or a testimonial for 5 minutes. And that could be a brand new person that got promoted to ETL, RD, just every single week, there should be some type of success stories. And I always want to say executive team leader. Why? Because you can start at customer qualified, but you're supposed to get that as soon as you sign up anyway. You want to do a little bit of work. You want to feel like you did some type of work. So every single week, you should be promoting a brand new executive team leader. It should be no excuses. I mean, ID seal is 10 points. It should be no reason, right? Again, keep it relatable and keep it results driven. Meaning that the call, when you have those personal stories, you want to talk about people making money because at the end of the day, the more money you make, the more excited you'll be and the more work you'll do to get more success. It's literally a simple system. You stop doing the work, you stop making money unless you built a big business, but eventually you're going to have to get back to doing the work. You just can't just kick your feet up and just not do the work. From there, you want to have number three, product or service highlight. Right now, for example, ID said what? 10 points. If you're not taking advantage of it, what are you doing? Right now, guess what we're doing? We're taking advantage of it. 10 points. So talk about whatever new hot services out, whatever new bonus. Just imagine you being able to train just on one every single week. And it's only a matter of time before people in your organization, they just found one thing that they're good at and they go out there and they market it. From there, you want to have number four, prospect and closing tips. Teach your team how to close, how to attract new leads, and how to close people. ABC, always be closing. Listen, you got to close people. That's the way to get them in the business. You show them the business, but you got to close them in. And then from there, how to follow up without being pushy. You got to learn how to follow up without being pushy because the fortune is in the follow up. You got to follow up because guess what? Life happens with people, things happen. Hey, give them a call, check on them, say, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? From there, you want to talk about number five, social media strategy of the week. Again, right, you want to use different captions, different reels, different trending audios, to boost it. Because guess what? If you're not using social media to build the business, what are you doing? I got a meeting after this call with my business partner, teaching me about AI. Because guess what? The world is changing. And if you're not keeping up, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna be stuck in the past because there's so many new ways that we can go out there and expand our businesses. So you always want to use social media. It's very important, it's not going anywhere. So you want to use social media as a tool to market yourself. As soon as I get off this call, guess what? I'm gonna post my workout for the day. I'm always marketing health and wealth. Just think about it. If you're not using it consistently and people are not seeing it, why would you not want to leverage something that's been given to us for free? And it's people that's costing the money and it's people that's making a lot of money utilizing social media because now you get a chance to get access to the entire world from your phone. From there, number six, you want to spend 5 minutes talking about different mindset gyms, motivational, believing in yourself. You want to implement, even do a 5 minute video. Go to YouTube, type in a 5 minute motivational video, and just let that play and just talk about it with your team real briefly. Number seven, set weekly goals and action steps. End the call with a clear task, number of people to reach out to, posts to make, follow up to complete, and encourage your team to go out there and do the work. At the end of the day, it's all about doing the work, talking to people. It's a numbers game. I tell people all the time, play the numbers, don't play yourself. Just play the numbers. You listen, you never know who's gonna get started in your business unless you just play the numbers. Just share it. And guess what? Once you start sharing it, you're gonna have people that sign up, believe in it, they see that you sharing it, and they're gonna be so sold out that they continue sharing it. Guess what? And now you guys are sharing it over and over. Guess what? It just duplicates. But you got to believe in what you're going on. I mean, so you got to believe in what you got going on because when I look at ACN, honestly, to me, the business is so simple. And I tell people, it's like, you already talk to people every single day. We're just talking to people about ways to change their life. Most people are talking to people every day. They just have meaningless conversations. They're not talking about anything that's beneficial that can change somebody's life. It's just, they just talking just to talk. But you guys have an opportunity where you can just talk to people and share it out. Listen, bills are not going anywhere. Why not get paid on it? And it's funny when, I remember when people used to tell me, man, like that thing don't work. And I always heard the story about where would you be in 10 years? And I think to myself about AC, I'm like, been in the company more than 10 years. And I'm like, last week I got paid. The week before that, I got paid. And every single week since I started this opportunity, they still pay me. So how many people do you know? And I tell people, it's not about the amount of the check. How many people you know is still getting paid every single week from something they started 12 to 13 years ago? and it's more money than some of your famous actors that you've seen on TV. They can't get the residual. You hear stories, some of them. I get 12 cents from my movie rolling. You thinking they make? Listen, 8 cents paying off of bills. Bills is not going anywhere. So guess what? As long as bills is around, I'll be around. I'll continue building the business. I'll continue building my brand because guess what? The bigger I build myself, the more people that want to do business with me, and the more the ACN opportunity is going to continue to grow. Because guess what? I don't have to sell it to anyone. You're already sold. Either you on the get paid side, or you're going to continue to get paid. I mean, sorry, continue to pay us from the bills that you have to pay anyway. I'd rather be on the get paid side. To me, it's common sense. See, most people think you got to get motivated to go out there and build a big business. No, it's just common sense. So again, by just having common sense, I promise you, you will be able to have a successful business if you just understand to keep it super simple. Just keep it simple. Share the opportunity, share the opportunity, share the opportunity, and just talk to a lot of people. And eventually, you're going to find those great people that's going to be more excited than you. People that you can't convince to leave the ACN opportunity because they're so sold out. Those are the type of people that you want to attract. But guess what? You have to first become that person. You got to get sold out to the point where your people, they're sold out. I have people in my business that started when I first started. They're still here to this day, still excited, still grinding, still putting in the work. Why? Because guess what? I'm the same way. You're only going to duplicate who you are. If they don't see that you sold out, guess what? They're not going to be sold out. So again, you're only going to duplicate who you are. So if you want to build a big business, just duplicate yourself, and guess what? I promise you, you will have a successful business. And it's always great to get on these calls, just share different tips and different things that I swear, if you guys implement it, you're going to win. But you got to do the work over and over. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But I promise you, if you do it over and over, it's just like the gym. You work hard. You're like, I don't see results. And then one day you look down, you're like, woo. I got a six pack. So again, it's literally the same way. It's just like anything. You're not gonna feel like doing it, but guess what? The best time to do something is when you don't feel like it, because those are the times is when the magic happens. Do it when you don't feel like it. Do it every single day, and just do one thing every single day to better your life. And I promise you, you're gonna get to where you're going. So I pass the call back to you, Mr. Thomas, and I look forward to hearing from you guys again.